Ah, so we say namaste. What's up, people? What's going on this? I think today's Monday. Isn't today Monday? I get my days mixed up. What is today? All right. Monday, day of the moon. Hope y'all enjoyed your weekend. Want to come on here real quick, talk about a couple of suggestions, see what's going on with the people. Y'all still distracted? Are you getting caught up in whatever they put out? Because, before I even go any further, the blood moon, how many of y'all saw it last night? It was really pretty. Hello, Tosh. Sorry I missed you, Elegant Granny. Oh, that's okay. We plan to do it again. So if you missed that one, it's cool. I mean, it's there for you to view, whenever. So yeah, it's cool. It was a good chat. She has a lot of knowledge and she has great energy. She really does. So I was pleased to have her here. And yeah, we plan to do another one. So all right. The blood moon last night was crazy. If you saw it. Okay. Really red too. I mean, real red. But did you notice? All right. So a full moon has 3 days before and 3 days prior to a full moon. It's full moon energy, right? Did you notice that all these shootings happened during this time? Did anyone notice that? Anyone pick that up? During the blood moon. The blood moon. There are people on my Facebook timeline who break that down way better than I do or care to, but I mean, because me, I'm at the point where I pretty much ignore it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Let me see what we have here. Okay. And what about the heat? I know I'm in Texas. I mean, it's crazy. It's only May. I predict it's going to be one of the hottest summers in history. I mean, you got to think. We had one of the cold winters. I mean, we're still, and this is all I'm going to say, we're still in year 2 of the 10-year reset. So how y'all enjoying it so far? Y'all liking the high gas prices and the high inflation on everything? How y'all liking that? Those of you who supported Sleepy Joe, how are y'all liking his term so far? His run doing this. How y'all liking it? I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. I really couldn't help myself. I shouldn't have said that, but yeah, that's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. People thought we was gonna have real low gas prices and forgiving student debt and all this wealth and abundance, and no, none of it happened. All right, let me stop because I'm a Virgo and I tend to do shit like that when I'm right. Anyway, yeah, over summer already. Aren't you in Chicago? You're in Chicago, right? It's hot there too. See what I'm saying? It's all over. It is all over. You know what I mean? I don't mean it's all over. I mean the heat is all over the United States. So my thing is they're going to use the elements to break y'all down further, in my opinion. Just first it was the cold, now it's the heat. I don't know what's going to be next after this, but continued fuckery is coming. That's not what I came here to talk about, though. But how y'all liking the heat? All right, Tosh, I know you said you over summer already, though. I know you did say that. Crap. What did I do here? Ugh. I don't know about where y'all are at, but where I'm at, it's like over. Yeah, I called it. The heat is just getting started. Absolutely. 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 Angelus Carter. Hey, how are you? I am good. How about yourself? Do you offer? Yes, I do. Hit me up on email. Tell me what your case is. Describe it in full, please. And we can talk. Yeah, the heat is just getting started. Konami, good to see you, brother. Always good to see you. You know how we do. Yeah, it's just getting started. I ain't gonna do that I told you so thing. I think I've done that enough. But I was just looking over. Did you know that there was a someone sent it to me, but I question these kinds of documents now, right? But there's a document talking about that virus thing, and it outlines all the steps that's going to happen. Okay. Now, a lot of people say these are fake, or why would they allow stuff like this to be put out? Very simple. Very simple answer. You can see people already don't believe and call people like me conspiracy theorists. All right. And yet and still, they have followed the plan. They have followed the outline perfectly. So whether it's fake or not, it's still the outlines being followed. What you got to say about that? Where was I going? Damn it. Where was I? Oh, speaking of the blood moon, I have a suggestion for y'all. For those of you who like to follow the moon phases and like to do magic during the moon phases, certain phases of the moon, this is one of the best books around called Moon Magic. Okay. Moon Magic by DJ Conway. All right. Bobby himself has suggested this book before. There's all kinds of shit in here. I'm sure you can find, I don't know if I have the PDF, but I'm sure you can find the PDF to this book. He got a history of lunar calendars, the wolf moon, the ice moon, the storm moon, growing moon, the hare moon, mead moon, hay moon, corn moon, harvest moon, blood moon. Wow, blood moon is supposed to be October. It is the blue moon, also in October. Snow moon, cold moon. So according to this, the moon that we have right now is called the hare moon, Hare, which is another word for rabbit. Rituals, Feast of the Dragon, Day of Remembrance, Mugwort Festival, honoring the three mothers. It's a good book. If you are, like I said, if you're one who likes to follow the moon phases, those of you who are still early on in your path and your practice would do well to add this to your arsenal, moon magic. Okay. Currently, talk about the heat. Currently, it is 95 degrees here in Texas. I've lived here for a long time, and you have to add 10 degrees to whatever they say the temperature is, because it's just that fucking hot. You go outside and you're miserable. That's how hot it gets here in Texas. Okay. So I can imagine like what Nevada's like. I can imagine what Arizona's like. Places that get really, really hot are feeling it. Guess where I'm at? Right in the house. Peace and blessings. Elegant Granny, we were just talking about you. Tosh, which is hello, hey, says she was sorry she missed us. And I said not to worry. Not only is that interview still there, but we plan to do another one soon. We haven't gotten the details down yet. But me and Elegant Granny, her and her awesome energy will be back. Okay. Also, speaking of baby witches, if you are like going, if you're still new in the practice, new in the path, blah, blah, blah. This is my favorite. I may have mentioned this before. This is one of my favorite authors, Tarot Star. Okay. The Witch's Formulary and Spellbook, because he gives out formulas, like actual formulas of charm bags and powders and graveyard. You can make your own recipes with like dragon blood oil. He just, for such a short book, he gives out a lot of information. The oils, like money drawing oil, just a lot. And I know I spoke about this before, but baby witches, this is what you need. All right. $82 here, but the humidity is awful. Exactly. It is, the humidity is fucking off the charts here. You can imagine. No fucking way I would have to do a weather spell to bring in cooler weather. You're gonna have to do something because it's going to get worse. It is going to get worse. Yeah. By the way, Elegant Granny does have a YouTube. Please subscribe to her, support her channel. Okay. All right. So no, I'm not liking the heat, but I saw it coming. Again, I'm not saying I'm this great oracle or whatever, but I follow patterns. And I pay attention to what they say they're going to do because they always do it. Always. They always do it. They have followed this outline to the letter. Okay. And they know the masses are not going to pay attention. So why not do it? If I was up there like that and trying to fuck people up, that's exactly what I do. Okay. I would give out an outline and say, hey, check this out. This is what we plan to do. And lo and behold, this is what they're doing. So now they're going to use the sun. They're going to use the elements to just, they're in the midst of the Great Reset. So what can I say? I can't say anything further because I've said enough as it is. And nobody listens. Okay. There are people who are on my Facebook timeline who are still giving out warnings. I've stopped, but people are still giving out warnings. Like, look, y'all better keep doing this. You better keep, I'm no longer doing that. Okay. That's not what this channel is for. I just thought I was being helpful. I'm not. So anyway, where we at? Wow, I am so excited to actually catch a live after so many years. Oh, wow, years. Namaste. Thank you so much for your support. Hello, Anubis, the opener of ways. Thank you, Star Goddess, for saying that. I am really random about these lives. I really am. Sound like I need to reintroduce and do a second version of a book I wrote a few years ago on helping beginners creating altars so they don't have great anxiety about it. Y'all heard what Elegant Granny or read what she said. She's gonna give you some tips on altars. Altars in the beginning are a great tool in the beginning. Okay? There's another book I wanted to actually suggest to y'all. Where are we? Oh yeah, right here. People say that I pay attention to Aleister Crowley's students. People say, yeah, he died, broke, blah, blah, blah. Still, he accomplished some shit, whether people want to believe it or not. All right, but I look at his students. One of his students was a rocket scientist, Jack Parsons. I spoke about him before. The CBS television series called Strange Angel showed his entry into the Golden Dawn. And he wrote some letters of some stuff that he learned. Like this, what you see that's highlighted is about tarot divination. Okay. Look at this. For gods, an appropriate altar is used. For the rest, the magician stands within an appropriate circle and invokes the force into a triangle. In any case, the appropriate weapons, perfume, color should be used. The names and signs of the appropriate angels, planets should be drawn or written on talismans. The magician should be robed and wear the sign or talisman of the highest force appropriate to the invocation. Once started, a ritual must not be stopped for any reason. It should be done in a secluded place, and no one should enter who has not been tested and consecrated by the magician. Now, Jack Parsons was big on evoking Babylon, Babalon. Ritual of Babylon is what it's called. Okay. I mean, if you're a rocket scientist, you gotta be some kind of smart, right? All right, right. Why would they do a series on Jack Parsons? Like I pay attention to him, I pay attention to Kenneth Grant and all of his material, not so much Aleister Crowley because he spoke in a coded language because he had to. Okay. These ones who came after him, I think those are the ones you should pay attention to if you're going deep into this path. Okay. Just a suggestion. Well, all righty. Let's see. Where are my books? Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's talk about this one. All right. This past weekend, check this out. Me and my wife were driving along. We were talking, listening to music. I forget where we were going. That big ass snake. She was like, watch out. Big ass snake was literally crossing the road. I'm like, whoa. Whoa. This snake was big and it was long. It was damn near, it was pretty much the size of the side of the road we were on. Now, I don't like hitting anything that's alive. All right. But remember, I always say, pay attention to your totems. Okay. I went immediately. I had my wife look it up. And that's a sign. Shedding your skin. Shed was unnecessary. Regeneration. Message received. You know what I mean? Then yesterday, that was Saturday. Yesterday, we were walking in our neighborhood, evening walk. She had to stop me again because I almost stepped on a frog, about that big frog. Of course, I went to look at my book on totems about frogs, but this is not the part that fucked me up. Okay. Oh, all right. A frog's in the road somewhere. So what? All right. That wasn't the point. The point is when we came back home, which was a good 20, 30 minutes later, we came back home. We were getting ourselves settled, getting our showers and everything. I don't know what made me want to look outside, but I looked outside and it looked like that same frog was on my front porch. I'm not joking. Of course, it wasn't the same frog, but it was the same size. It was another frog. You know what I mean? The signs couldn't be more clear when it comes to that. Pay attention to animals that cross your path. All right. So this is the best book, in my humble fucking opinion. My humble opinion is that this is the best book on animal totems. Remember, the natives believed in the spirit world. Okay. Look at all these symbolisms here. Blackbird, bluebird, blue jay, butterfly, cardinal, chickadee, crow, dog, doves, dragonfly, damselfly, flicker, grasshopper, hawks, magpie, mockingbird, owl, parrot, pelican, raven, robin, sparrow, spiders, turkey, woodpecker. I don't think this is completely, oh, that's, I've never really noticed that picture before. Shit. Um, you got some colors, some positive qualities, negative qualities. This is a good, well-researched book. Okay. You even got flowers in here. Okay. Trees, birds. It's the best book on spirit totems, in my humble opinion. Animal Speak by Ted Andrews. Okay. Oh, wow. I like Art of Tarantula. You sent me, he had to have major opposition. Art of Tarantula, Elegant Granny is one of my favorite books on servitors. That's my favorite book. And not a lot of people know about that book. Okay. My Chinese evergreen plant, I call Big Mama, has 2 leaves unfurling simultaneously, which never happens. A plant of good fortune, prosperity, and money. Yes, and that's what that toad was. That's a frog is a symbol of good fortune, prosperity. I received that. Yes, I like Animal Speak online. Also like Joanne Scribes for numerology online. Yes, Tosh, Elegant Granny be on it. That's a good omen. It is. Angelus, do you have any books about sun magic? That's an interesting question. I don't know. Let me look. Nobody's ever asked me that before. So thanks for that question. Sun magic. Looks like I got nothing on sun magic. Sorry. I looked though. I promise you I looked. Nothing on sun magic itself. I would say look at the sun gods. If you were looking about sun magic, look at the sun gods like Shamash, who was the Babylonian sun god. Look at the ancient cultures. Babylon, Samaria, Acadia, Assyria, those ancient cultures. Oh, there's a good one. Far East is Amaterasu. That is Japanese sun goddess. So I would say look into that. So let me look again. See, you're gonna have me questioning myself. Let me look again. Let me see if I had this. No, it doesn't look like I do. Sorry about that. I don't know if there's a book that exists. I have 1,100 PDFs. All of them are grimoires. I don't think I've ever, I could be wrong, but I don't think I've ever seen one on just sun magic. I don't believe I have. I don't think I have. Don't quote me on that. I don't think I have, though. I came across a Black Panther when I was 7 years old. Does anyone know what that means? I had a dream a while ago. I had a dream about a Black Panther. Let me see what it says. Where are we? Where are we with this one? Let's see. Animal Speak. Black Panther. This is not the full book. I'm sure. Well, you know what? Let's look for it. Let's look for it since I'm here. I'm sure it's a powerful totem. I'm sure of it. And I felt it came right up. All right. So let's do this. Let's close this, close this, close this, close that, and close that. Let me share my screen, show you what it says. Here we go. Black Panther animal totem is symbolism, the spirit of resilience. If Black Panther is your animal totem, it reveals your inner world and energy. It guides and protects you, but at the same time, it reminds you to fulfill your dreams and to not suppress your talents. Black Panther thrives in the wilderness, and just like this animal, you know the dark too well to be fooled by it. Other character traits of the Black Panther totem are feminine energy strength, understanding transition and death, claiming your power back, focus, calm and collected, knowing the dark side of people, sometimes aggressive. In general, if you were born under zodiac sign of Aquarius, Black Panther would be your spirit animal. Black Panther is associated with the air element. I never knew that. But thank you for bringing that to our attention. Okay, thank you. I'm a Leo. I've been trying to tap in with the sun. Again, I'm not sure if you watch anime, but well, forget I said that. But the sun gods and goddesses, I would say look into to try to tap into the sun energy. Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. Where was I? What was I doing? I keep asking y'all that, right? All right. Here's another good book for y'all. Okay. If you are a beginner or whatever, one of the best books that you can buy, one of the best occult books, in my opinion, is The Magus by Peter Carroll. Look what the first sentence says. As a master of magic, the adept has some ability to change himself and the reality which surrounds him at will. The mark of a magus, however, is that he is able to show other people how to change themselves into whatever they desire through the discipline of magic. All righty. I don't think this is the entire, it's not. This is not the entire book. Okay, I have another one. I'm not sure where that is. Let's see if I can find it while I got y'all on here. The Magus. The Magus, the Magus. The Mage. There's another one. If you're looking for okay. Francis Barrett. Hopefully y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? No, I'm sorry. I didn't share my, here we go. The Magus. One of the best books on magic is The Magus. He gives some good tips about finding your own will. Okay, look at this. The magicians were the first Christians. Let's underline that. For by their high and excellent knowledge, they knew that the Savior, which was promised, was now born man. That Christ was our Redeemer, advocate, and mediator. They were the first to acknowledge his glory and majesty. Therefore, let no one be offended at the venerable and sacred title of magician. Okay? All right. So you got a lot of information here about the Magus. I realize that I give out a lot of information as far as the books that I give to you, but they are for a reason. This is one of my favorite chapters, Talismanic Magic. It's a forgotten art, in my opinion. All right. The Magus by Francis Barrett. Okay? Francis Barrett. Y'all all right? That explains why I have a tattoo of a Black Panther. Wow. Elegant Granny, you just be so on it. You my person. I ain't gonna say the other word. You my person. Yes. Give me a second, y'all. Eyes running. As hot as it is, I'm still drinking coffee. But I'm in a cool house, so it is what it is. Oh, I also have a prayer tip for y'all. Okay. Very easy prayer. All right. Very easy prayer for when you're traveling. Okay. Ready? This is it because I haven't memorized. Answer me, Lord. Answer me. Make my way successful wherever I go. And may your angels protect me in every deed. Real simple, right? Say it 3 times. I'll say it again. Answer me, Lord. Answer me. Protect me. No. Answer me. Okay. I forgot that quick. Answer me, Lord. Answer me. Make my way successful wherever I go and protect me. And may your angels protect me in every deed. I'm going to give y'all a prayer and I keep fucking it up. Ain't that nothing? Namaste, Caribbean Grimoire. There's another book I wanted to show y'all. Let's see. What a book. All right. Some of you, Satanism is a path. You know what I mean? Satanism is a path. For those who are even curious about Satanism, check out Anton LaVey. All right. He initiated Marilyn Monroe. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. Anton LaVey of the Church of Satan. The satanic rituals. Okay. So for me, nothing is off limits. Nothing is off limits to a magus or an adept. Nothing. That includes Satanism. It is a form, a philosophy, a path, as well as a science. It is what it is. We even got stuff in here about the call to Cthulhu. Let me underline that for later, because I will be reading it. All right. Satanic rituals. These are actual rituals. What I like about these rituals, they're in, I think, Latin. Mostly in English, but also in Latin. Okay. Remember, invocations said in a native language are very powerful. Said in like Latin or German or something like that, very powerful. Those languages are more mathematically precise. Okay? Y'all with me? Love doing prayers. I just created a Reiki prayer for my food since there's no way to control what's happening with it. My digestion has been so much better since. Yes, that's a good thing. That is actually, that is a great practice. You should pray over your food. Food nowadays is very tainted and you don't know what you're getting, you know, and unless you grow it yourself, you really do not know what's in it. Okay. Take a lesson from Elegant Granny. Again, she knows what she's talking about. What was the other book that I want to show y'all? Let's see. Oh yeah. I am always talking about that book, the Book of Abrasics. I always suggest it. Remember? Let me grab it real fast. This book, the Gnostics book, the Gnostics call God Abrasics. I've spoke about this book before, and it's a great book. Okay, the Book of Abrasics. But he also has another book out. Share my screen again. It's called The Further Wisdom of Abrasics. He says, while the exercises contained herein are of great value, for varying reasons, they were not included in that tome. He's talking about the Book of Abrasics. In the cases of a few found in this ebook, such as those for acquisition of wealth, I had already presented several excellent examples of rites designed for the same purposes. So for the sake of avoiding redundancy, they were omitted. In other cases, the workings you will find in this supplement were still in development and therefore not yet ready for mass consumption. Whereas now, having had a year's worth of further practice in solo and group settings, I am confident enough to release them to the readership. I'm sorry. All right. It's the book of the further wisdom. And there are rituals in here that are not in the book of Abrasics. I mean, invoking Chronos, the father of time, the god of time. Yeah, some good shit there. I really need to brush up on Latin. My grandmother used to teach it. Elegant Grammar. I've been trying to get someone to translate for me the book, the Necronomicon book that's in Latin. I wish I could find someone who could translate it, but yeah, I would love to learn. I love saying invocations in Latin. Some books that I have, some of the magic that I do, some of the invocations are in Latin. I just noticed that there's a more powerful result when you say stuff in Latin or Javanese or German or something like that. My opinion. You know, everything's my opinion. This is just from my experience. Okay. I'm with you, Elegant Granny. I'm with you. Can we use a chant in a different language in our own practices like hoodoo? Absolutely. All right, so Caribbean Grimoire, what is that face for? Please tell me. What is it that caused that face? Can we use a chant in a different language in our own practices like hoodoo? Yes, you can. You can always improvise. Always improvise. Is that face because I went over some Satanism? Caribbean Grimoire, I'm addressing you for the face that you put in the chat. Same here, Elegant Granny. Same here. I wish I could find someone to help me with it too. I don't want to just speak it. I want to understand it. So do I. I'm with you. I promise you I'm with you right now with that. Waiting for Caribbean Grimoire to give me an answer on that face he put in the chat. What is that about? Please share. I'll wait. I don't know why my eyes tearing up. It says it is 97 here in Texas, 97 degrees. All right, I'll wait for an answer. I'll keep going over these books. A lot of people are still unsure about sex magic. Important part of magic, period. a very powerful part. Introduction to Sex Magic by Oscar Wilde. Not Oscar Wilde, I'm sorry. Who's the author of this book? I can't remember who's the author of this one, but Introduction to Sex Magic. Sex magic means using your sexuality in order to work magic. This technique is not new nor outrageous. Although usually kept secret, many esoteric systems use sexuality for spiritual and magical aims. All right, let's highlight that. Examples of such traditions are witchcraft, shamanism, alchemy, Buddhism, and Hinduism, Tantra, and ancient Egyptian religion. Probably more known form of sex magic is the ceremonial sexual union of man and woman on the land to ensure a good crop. So what they're saying, their first fertility act should encourage the land to deliver a rich harvest. So yes, they're fucking on the land, to put it mildly and to put it plainly and to be crass about it. They're fucking on the land. So anyway, this book is really good on sex magic. It gives an introduction, preparations. You have all kinds of stuff. Set a goal here, you know, just to get your mindset. Look at this. Clean your body, relax for a while, do banishment, perform the ritual. You know, people still find it taboo. Meanwhile, the ancients practice sex magic all the time. You know what I'm saying? Solo, duo, or group rituals. Solo sex magic. Anyway, introduction to sex magic. I'm just giving some suggestions here. Y'all know how I do by now. The face is only thinking, okay, I can understand that. Sorry about my eye. I don't know, my eye's tearing up. I have a mixed ancestry. I've been learning Arabic and Japanese. I want to learn Arabic also. There's a very well-known, powerful grimoire that's in Arabic. I wish I could read it. Damn it. What else? Let's see. I have no problems with the satanic magic. I use Kimbanda. Yeah. Summer solstice, we invoking Baphomet again. I love Kimbanda. I ain't gonna lie. Pambajira is the shit. So is Exu. Exu is fucking aggressive though. He was too aggressive for my liking, and that's all the time. But Pambajira in all her forms is just, I may do another video about that. I've had a couple different experiences with Pambajira and calling her. So I may do another video about that. But yeah, hats off to you, Caribbean Grimoire. I love Kimbanda. I do. I know someone who just practices Kimbanda and Satanism. Do you know any good grimoire books about hoodoo? I've been seeing more white authors write about hoodoo. No shade at all. But a lot of these hoodoo practitioners keep their practices secret and they don't publish them. So what I've found is that you have to try out the stuff that's in the books, because what those white authors did, or so-called white, what those white authors did is they went and interviewed the root workers. They went and interviewed them and recorded it, okay? So, and then, you know, recorded it and wrote stuff down. So that's what you get. You have the Hoodoo Encyclopedia. I know that a lot of hoodoo practitioners won't touch it because it was edited. It wasn't edited. It was published by white people, right? I think that's so foolish, because how else are you gonna get the? I mean, They say, one person told me, well, you don't know what I'm like, okay, fine. If you don't try out the rituals, if you don't try out the techniques, then how the hell are you gonna know? And from what I could tell, everything in that book is legit. The problem is the price. The Hoodoo Encyclopedia is $8,500. But there's a more inexpensive way on Hoodoo that you can find. Zora Neale Hurston of Mules and Men has a whole chapter, a whole couple of chapters on Hoodoo. Okay? Zora Neale Hurston. Also, Tell My Mule, I think is the name. Okay. Also, don't forget, pick up tips from movies. There's certain movies that you can see shit. The Skeleton Key comes right to mind. Okay. When it comes to learning, you should never discount anything. You should take it from every single place. Jack of all trades, master of none. Learn from everything and everybody. Nothing should be above your learning process. Feel me? Thank you. Exactly. You need to try them out. Also, how will you develop your discernment better if you don't try them? That's exactly my point. Thanks, Elegant Granny. As always, thank you. How will you know? And I tried to tell this person that she's an actual practitioner who has a big audience. I was like, I was able to procure this encyclopedia. I've tried some of this stuff. This stuff is powerful. I'm telling you because I use it. You know what? Refuse to touch it. I'm like, okay, all right, well, more power for me. Shit, fuck it. You know, you got people who get stuck in this mind state that, you know, you got, like I said, the last couple of videos, I got to get off this black and white shit. Like, no shade to nobody. Get off this black and white shit, because the black people, so-called black people, is going to hide shit. They really are going to hide shit from you. To recount, when I was trying to learn the darker arts, I could not find a teacher to teach me for the life of me. I could not find people, or they wanted to charge me really outrageous prices to train me. And this is what made me start traveling the path on my own. You know what I mean? Because I found that, and you know, I'm a melanated person. I feel very comfortable saying this. Melanated people will hide shit from other melanated people, which is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. It's the dumbest shit. They will hide things from each other. Like, it's enough for all of us to go around, and yet and still, motherfuckers are still doing this. You know what I mean? So if you watch my interview with Azazel Bay, he said, the Negro, I mean, y'all gotta stop acting like these your people, because all skin folk ain't kin folk. That is the truest shit I ever heard. You know, there are some, and Bobby Hemmett said, there are some devils running around here with melanated skin. So you gotta be careful of everybody, black and white, and Arab, and Latin, and Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta use your discernment. I go off energy, frequency. If you full of shit, no matter what color you are, I'm gonna know it. By your energy. You know what I mean? I didn't mean to go off on like a little tangent there, but I'm just saying. You just brought something to mind. I don't mind the fact that it took me 25 years to arrive to this point. I don't mind that now. But during the process of when it was happening, I was hating people. Like, damn, you couldn't teach me this, or you know what I'm saying? It was difficult for me. So I had to go to the spirits themselves. I had to, no other choice. I was going to learn this path. So, to answer your question, Tosh says, I feel like Hollywood be telling us stuff without saying it outright. They do this all the time. I was just telling somebody to look at Assassin's Creed. You know what I'm saying? Assassin's Creed. They tell you who the real Illuminati are. You know what I mean? Elegant Granny always has a good point. No matter how good you get, there's always room for better. Absolutely. I still feel like I got a long way to go, even though I've been on this path for a long time. And you'll never hear me proclaim myself as a master. You'll never hear me do that. Hoodoo took me a while to learn the doctrine of signature. Absolutely. Elegant Granny says, well, white boys who got me started outside my family. My own kept hiding it, like you said. Absolutely. Your own people's gonna hide it. So hide shit from each other, but as soon as a white man sticks a recorder in their face, black people spill their guts and tell their secret. Shit's crazy. Absolutely, Tosh. Absolutely. Exactly. Exactly. That's why it was another reason I wanted to learn, so I could teach other people. You know, you'll see me freely giving out stuff. Of course, I do charge for my classes and for spell work and stuff. But I mean, to give just a better understanding in general questions, they were hiding shit like that. I remember talking to this woman on MySpace when this was popping. And she said to me, I was telling her, she said, huh? She's like, you work with Oshun? I said, yeah, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. I ran down the outline of what she's like, oh my God, how did you know how to do that? Simple, bitch. I asked her. Nobody else was teaching me. She was like acting like it was this big secret on how to invoke Oshun and make her show up. Well, I mean, it is kind of, but that sort of thing. Like she was acting like it was not supposed to be something I knew how to do. You know what I mean? And she's the Oshun priest. I'm like, all right, but I know how to invoke Oshun, so fuck you, I don't need you. Saran, am I saying this right? Saran Mayo? Oh my God, that was so good. Asha? Asha. Thank you. I meant it from the heart, though. I wasn't looking for any kind of response. I was just telling you some of the things that I went through that I don't want other people to have to go through. That was one of my main goals. Like, damn, why can't I learn this from people who fucking look like me? Why is this all a big goddamn secret? Let me clear my throat. All right. So, where were we as far as books are concerned? There was another book I wanted. Oh, yeah. Y'all know one of my favorites. It's Carl Nagel from Australia. All right. The Black Spells of the Fire Spirits. Carl Nagel. What he does is he takes old grimoires and he puts his little spin on them. This one comes from the Black Pullet, which is one of the best occult grimoires out there. He got the talismans in here, like the winning ticket spell, the words of power. He puts out many, many books. He has so many. It's a short book. It's from Finbar, but that's one of my favorite publishing companies from, for occult works. Finbar or Starlight Books. They're like associated with each other. So, where am I? Okay. Have you read well, I think if I'm correct that y'all laughing at what I said, fuck you, I don't need you. Because then 10 years later, I remember this 10 years later, after I asked this group to take me as a student, they contacted me, maybe not 10 years, but it was some years later. And I said, fuck you. When I was trying to find a teacher when I was trying to get in with y'all acted like everything was cryptic, everything was a secret, everything was mysterious. Now you want to come years later after I learned some shit. Man, fuck you. I know I didn't pass you. My eyes still fucking watering. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Once you get it started, it has a hard time stopping. All right. Let me stop going on those rants. Black Science by Bobby Hemmett. Do you mean Black Root Science? Black Root Science by, that's the name, right? Black Root Science? Let me see if I can find what you're talking about. Black Root Science. This is what I think you're talking about. I can't say that it was 10 years later. It was some years later. It was some years later, and I had developed a lot in those years. I had progressed a lot. I have contacted a lot of spirits. I went through a lot of fucking nightmares and shit like that. And it came years later, asking, did I still want to learn? And it was like, door pause. Motherfuckers, y'all tripping. God damn it, my eye. Sorry. I think this is what you're talking about, though. This book here. Black Root Science. This, I think, every melanated person should read. Thank you for bringing it up. I had no intention of bringing this up, but Black Root Science tells the history of a lot of shit. It's like reading an Elijah Muhammad book, like the Theology of Time. And the information is compelling, like the solar system, the earth and the sun, people in general. Black Root Science is the truth. If you really want, that book should be read. And I say again, any melanated person should read that book, Black Root Science. Did you ever get into the Golden Dawn practice? What are your thoughts? I like the Golden Dawn. I like their practice. I do. Yes. I never joined them, if that's what you're asking. I take from every practice, I take what I need, I leave the rest alone. I've never fully integrated into any one practice. Never. I took what I need, contacted the spirits I needed, and I moved on. You know, that's just me, and that's just the way I work. You know, but I like the Golden Dawns, their contribution to the occult world. You know, they got some fire ass books out. You know what I mean? As far as like for magical practice, the Golden Dawn. You know what I'm saying? Getting past the tormenting spirits in the beginning was so annoying for me. Once I continued developing, healing, and protecting myself, it got better. Yes, Elegant Granny, yes. It seems like a lot of people I talk to, that was their beginning also. You get past those tormenting spirits, the ones that like to fuck with you and trick you and everything. Once you get past them and learn how to protect yourself and learn that these spirits respect no fear. When you learn that and you treat them accordingly like friends, things get so much smoother, okay? A lot of people go into this practice with fear, and that's just not the way to go, okay? This is not Christianity, you know? You have the exact same power as these spirits do. You have the potential, let me put it that way. Not the same power, the same potential to have that kind of power. Was there another book that I wanted to? Do you have recommendations for protection herbs that's powerful? I teach an herb. I recently started selling my classes, Magick classes, individually. At first, I was just selling the course, Magick 101, then Magick 201, and Magick 301. I recently started breaking down and revising and revamping Magick 101 to teach to you don't have to take the whole course to take the class. Of course, you got to pay for the class, like herbs. That's a matter of fact, I got a student right now, I'm learning that's going through that. And that's about 2 weeks. So, I mean, you get a lot of homework, you get a lot of material, you get reading assignments, and you get movie assignment, and you get a YouTube assignment. So, protection herbs, I would say bay leaves, and there's so many. There's so many that you can use to protect yourself. But what comes immediately to mind is bay leaves for protection. Okay. You can also use crystals. Remember, I keep these on me. Okay. Was there another book? Golden Dawn LBRP exercise middle parallel. See, Caribbean Grimoire knows that's what's up. That's what's up. Rosemary is my favorite. I like rosemary for love workings. Okay. That is what I was just telling my student. That there's the use of herbs are it's a lost art. Just like talismans and crystals. Everything that everything that makes up a madness, people just disregard. People will look at a YouTube video and one book and swear they know magic and don't get the training necessary. You know what I'm saying? The bad part about that is that they go out and a lot of them have the gift of gab and convince people that they know what the hell they're talking about. This is a social media trend. I've noticed this. Okay. You have to use your discernment to see who is real and who's not. Okay. Otherwise, somebody will get over on you. Oh, rosemary is your favorite for protection? Herbs can be used, different herbs can be used for different things. Every herb has multiple uses. So yeah. Mugwort works well too. I use mugwort when I want to dream heavy. Has anyone watched the old Dark Shadows series? I was thinking about that just this past weekend when I saw a commercial with Johnny Depp. And I was like, that looks like there's something interesting. We had a lady in our neighborhood called Grandma Coles that taught us about herbs when we reached high school. I've been watching Vampire Diaries. There's a lot of hidden gems. There's so many hidden gems and so many fucking series. Charmed is one. I still watch Charmed. There's a one that they took off the air after one season in 22 episodes. Has a lot of good information there. It's called The Secret Circle. Let me write it in here. Called The Secret Circle. That's I said Charmed, Secret Circle, The Craft, of course, my all-time favorite movie of all time. There's just so many. I thought Sabrina, the one that they did on Netflix, I saw it once and I'll never watch it again because it's just there's a lot of misleading information in that. Okay. I get where they was going with that, but I'll never watch it. It was okay, but um, I can't at the top off the top of my head. I can't name any more, but check out The Secret Circle if you can. Oh, The Dark Shadows from the 60s. No, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I had an old girlfriend in El Paso. Ugh, that bitch. But anyway, she watched that. I was never interested at the time. I was just barely getting into the occult at that time. So I wouldn't have known that. But I'll check it out. I'm going to check it out. Yes, I watched that. I love that show, Secret Circle. Oh, yeah, Buffy. Buffy, definitely. Buffy and Angel. Yeah. Charmed and Buffy are my favorite. Yeah. Um, I'm trying to, and as much as I watch, but the movies too. I heard Doctor Strange has a lot of good information, a lot of occult information. Um, it figures now that I'm doing this live, now I can't think of. I'll tell you what, I will do another live this week with movies you should watch and occult shows. How about that? Does that work for everybody? Oh yeah, there is another book I want to show y'all or suggest to you. This one is attributed to Marie Laveau, original Black and White Magic. Burning of candles, use of roots and oils, powders and incenses. There is so much that is attributed to Marie Laveau. You really don't know what really her secret was, you know. Um, Here's another book, Candle Burning Magic. That one, Secrets of Magical Seals, Modern. All these books here are really good, especially this one. Spellcraft, Hexcraft, or Witchcraft. God damn it. Yeah. I've never seen this particular book, Voodoo Handbook of Cult Secrets. Anyway, these some rituals in here. You know, she was famous for uncrossing people and for getting people out of court cases. Okay. So you never know if it was really her formulas. I say try it. Of course, that's what I'm going to say. Yes, Caribbean Grimoire. It was a bomb series, The Secret Circle. They had Solomonic occult information. Willow described me as a person. Okay. All righty. Willow. I like Willow. She had this different look about her. I think that's all the books that I wanted to mention today. It is. So I'm going to get out and out of here. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for the interaction. I always appreciate that. You know, I always appreciate feedback too. What I can do, what kind of information you would like me to talk about or whatever. You know, thank you so much for your support. I do appreciate that. Okay. I am the one, the only, that guy right there. Magical. Wow. I'll see y'all next time. I'm going to close it out with namaste. Enjoy the rest of your week, but I'll be back in a couple of days. Peace.